Hey guys, what is going on? Today we're going to be taking a look at the Xbox Series S and the Xbox Series X, so we're going to be unboxing both of them in this video. So starting with the S, right off the bat you can see we have the main event here in a very nice Power Your Dreams sleeve which comes straight off, and then the Series S is packaged very nicely in this protective sleeve. The packaging that came was also double boxed, so when it was shipped to me it was nice and secure. So I'm just going to cut this material off so we can get a look at the console itself. And one thing you'll notice on the Series S compared to the Series X that we're going to take a look at in the moment is the difference in size. So this is a very small and lightweight console compared to the Series X. And obviously the shape and colour is different also. In my opinion, it looks a little bit like a speaker, but it's a very nice design and very easy to tuck it away on your desk. We've also got plenty of ports on the back there which we will take a look at later on in the video. So let me just set that down to the side and let's look at the Series X. So much like the Series S, the Series X comes in this Power Your Dreams sleeve, but as you can see the packaging is slightly amended due to the fact that the Series X is a much larger console, and as you can see there, the box that it will be shipped in inevitably will be larger. So taking the console out, it's also inevitably going to be quite a bit heavier and more rigid, and the design and look and feel is quite different compared to the Series S. So if you're going to pick one of these up, make sure that you've got adequate space on your desk or underneath it, or if it's replacing your current console, be that the Xbox One or PS4. So as you can see, the look and feel is quite different to the Series S, and it has this nice curved area on the top if you have it stood upright. But obviously you can also have it laying on its side on your desk if that is a better fit for the setup that you have. Other than the main event of the console, we also have some instructions in the box, and these are fairly high level in that they show you how to put the batteries in the back of the controller, but they also have some information on connecting to the Xbox app and some information on the ports that are on the back of the console. In terms of cabling, we have two items. So the first one is a HDMI cable, which is great. So you would imagine if you've owned a console in the last couple of years, be it an Xbox or a PS4, you probably already have one, but that's fine. And then we have the power cable as well. In addition, we also have the other main part of the box, which is obviously the controller. So the controller follows the design of the console in the white color, which is really nice, clean, slick color. However, in my opinion, I would imagine that this will cause problems further down the line in terms of the dirt and the wear and tear that you will get on the controller. It will be much more obvious on this particular controller as opposed to the Xbox Series X or other variations of the controller that will be available from Xbox. And then the last thing in the box is the generic instructions that we have that cover just about every language on the planet, telling you all about the Xbox and how to use it. The other thing to mention here is that as standard you will get a couple of AA batteries, which is very useful if you haven't got any lying around, and these, as I mentioned, go into the back of the controller. So that's very handy for Xbox to include that, but you know, you're paying £250/dollars or £500/dollars for the Xbox Series X, you would expect there to be a couple of batteries. So the same as with the Series S, we have these generic instructions, the only difference being that it has the Series X look and feel to it. And then we have a bit more support within the box, as we mentioned, as the Series X is much larger than the Series S. In terms of additional contents within the box for the Series X, we have the controller, and this is exactly the same as the Series S controller, the only difference being that it is in the color of the Series X. Personally, as I mentioned earlier on in the video, I think this will be a nicer color to use because it'll be more difficult to see marks and wear and tear and that kind of thing on it. And with the Series S, the Series X also includes 2 AA batteries. In terms of cabling, same deal. So we have the HDMI cable. Interestingly, both boxes have the same colored cables, whether it be white or black. Series S or Series X, all the cables are black. And we also have the power cable and the catch-all instructions. And that's it for the inside of the box. In terms of ports, we have the internet port, which you can still plug in, although most of us now will be using wireless broadband. We have 2 super speed USB ports and then the HDMI port as well. The important one to mention here is the storage expansion port. You can expand your storage from 500 gigabytes to 1 terabyte, which matches the Xbox Series X if you so wish. And then finally, we also have the power port on the right hand side there. The only other ports to mention are on the front of the console, and they include a USB port to plug your controller in to charge, and also a button to connect wirelessly your controller. In terms of ports for the Series X, it's exactly the same. The only difference is that they are arranged differently compared to the Series S. Interestingly, we still have the storage expansion on the Xbox Series X as well, so you can go above that 1 terabyte limit if you choose. The final item to look at in detail is the controller itself. So as I mentioned, got a really nice white design here, very clean, very basic, and has adopted a very similar style to previous Xbox controllers. We have the generic space in the back for 2 AA batteries, as you can see here, and you can just slide the back door off to put those batteries in. We have a USB-C port here to charge the controller, and also the button that aligns with the button on the console itself to connect the controller, and then we have audio connections for the controller at the bottom. So that's all we have for today, guys. Let us know in the comments below which version you're picking up, be it the Series X or the Series S, and don't forget to like and subscribe.